Okay, so the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the online course called SAG Day Performers Payroll. So on the left hand side is the line items as we progress down through the course. I have it broken into 12 different parts. The first two lines are data, which we'll look at. The first one is an embedded web page, and here we have reference material which you can download. I have summarized payroll rules for SAG Day Performers. Let's have a quick look at that, just to give you a feel. So here I've taken the big 722-page SAG Codified Basic Agreement and just picked out the sections in Schedule A that are appropriate to our payroll calculations. And it shows the section reference in the Codified Basic Agreement, the title, how it applies, and the notes. Alright, and then this second, before I leave this embedded web page, I did want to make a point out of when you download the big Codified Basic Agreement. This is the agreement we're going to be using throughout the course. It's big agreement, 722 pages. It's important that you get the bookmarks on the left hand side. I've taken some trouble here to make sure these bookmarks are working well, and when you actually look at it on the internet like this, the bookmarks aren't working very good in any of Firefox or Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. So what you want to do is download it and actually put it on your hard drive and save it with an Adobe Reader. And then when you actually see the Adobe Reader, it is very cool because it shows you the bookmarks very clearly here on the left. If you just open it and close the bookmarks with this blue ribbon. Alright, you had to know that, so I took the time there. Now the parts. Okay, so now I've broken the parts down into 12 parts. The first one is an introduction to all the different schedules in the SAG CBA, how scale rates work. The next section is what is a work day, what is a work week, and then we get right into calculating overtime in part 3. In part 4 is we have to know something special about ordinary hair, makeup, and wardrobe removal. And then we get right into what are rest period violations, how they work, examples, meal penalties, how they work, examples. Exhibit Gs, they're important. These are what SAG calls an Exhibit G. It's a production time report prepared by the assistant directors and signed by the cast member. We in accounting use these Exhibit Gs to transcribe the information to a time card in order to calculate the gross payroll. Part 8 is transcribing from the Exhibit G. These are videos, day 1, 2, 3, and 4 of one cast member. So he travels and works in there, and I show you how to do it. Then we actually calculate the overtime, meal penalties, and forced calls, all in that one example. And then you need to know a bit about per diems, how they work, how the IRS works. So I've shown a link to the IRS website that tells you what they allow as non-taxable per diem in the city that the cast member is working in. And then how it actually fits in the time card as well. Account codes, how they work, how they tie into the budget. So we have a quick look at the chart of accounts for Disney, Warner Brothers, a few of the big guys, just to give you a feel how account codes work. And then some practice. So we have multiple time cards. And we walk you through. I have the right answer, so to speak. Here's where you get it. You get it from the embedded web page, all the examples. And here I have deal points, 7 tabs. So there's 7 cast on one workbook. We got 5 days of Exhibit Gs, so we got 5 different pages of Exhibit Gs, one Exhibit G for each day. We got 7 blank time cards to tie into the 7 deal points, 7 casts who are going to work, and then the 7 completed time cards, which I've done, and you're going to prepare it from the blank and compare it to mine. All right. So that's that's part 11 down here. And finally, in part 12, we have a video of a workflow. And I show a flowchart and how the basic workflow works. You'll never really get this until you're working in the business or you have someone on site that you can pull all the forms from. but I wanted to give you how it works, and here's the forms in the embedded website here that you can download, at least to give you an idea. Alright, now within each part I have an exam, and these are very simple exams just to keep you awake, and if you have a passing amount of 70%, you'll get a certificate when you come out of this final line item. So now it'll turn up automatically when you tab out of that. So here we go in the exam. Let's have a look at this exam. It'll say start exams. You start. Are you sure you want to attempt it? Yeah. So I'm going to do this one with you. Scale rate means the minimum amount payable to the cast member for that particular category. Yes, true. We submit answer. See how simple it is? And the next one, there are several schedules of rules within the SAG CBA, Codified Basic Agreement. Each schedule has rules appropriate to the type of hire. For example, daily hires, weekly hires, level of payment agreed to, etc. Yupper, that's true, and you'll see that's very true when you see the video. I'm going to submit that. And now here, scale rate, it says payable for the day is, the scale rate payable for the day is all the cast member gets as long as they don't work more than 10 hours. So I'm saying that's all he gets is scale rate. Well, it's, you know, as long as they don't work more than 10 hours, so it's false. But you know what? I'm going to say it's true, and I'm going to submit answer. And then here, there's 3 questions in this particular test. So I'm going to say submit, or I can review again, but I'm going to say submit. And it gives me what was right and what was wrong. Right? So down here you'll see these little green squares means that it was right. Let's click on one. So when you see here, you get feedback, and the feedback will tell you any extra data that I want to give you over here in the solution. See the scale rate sheet in the download web page. And in here where it's wrong, see results 2 out of 3, you got 67% on this one. So you click on 3, and oh, yeah, there it is. So so you had it wrong, so you scored 0 points in this question. And what we're going to do is we're going to return to course, but then you can go back in and redo this exam and correct that, right? So don't worry about that. You can always go in and redo it. Okay, so that's the way the exams work all the way down through, and if you get an overall 70%, then you'll get a certificate. Alright, so that's how the course works. It's got lots of videos. It has over 2.5 hours of videos, and it's got 21 recordings, so there's lots to do, and I try and keep it light, just like we would in a live workshop. Alright, thank you. Just wanted to add one more thing. You have 6 months to complete this course, and then it'll just a little over 6 months. It's 191 days from the date started. So that's the way my course works. I have this online supplier here called SkyPrep, and they insist that it be just over 6 months. So you're out of luck after 6. So download whatever you want. Every single video is downloadable. Every single PowerPoint is downloadable in PDF. Alright, thank you.